Hello everyone, I'm jdflutes. Folks, I have a large bore, base A, tuned flute blank, tuned to 440 Hz for sale. And the reason I'm selling it like this is because there was one little small flaw with this base A, and I'm going to explain that to you. This base A here has been bored out with an 1.25" bore. It's been bored using a gun drill. Your wood's not been split. It is very smooth inside and out. It's very smooth. It has some very beautiful patterns, if you can see them in the camera. Once this flute is oiled, it will make a very beautiful flute. As you all know, my flute blanks, all you have to do is just shape the back end of your flute. Design you a fetish, some type of fetish. You might just want to cut just a block, a flat block or something, and then oil it. That's all you have to do to these flute blanks. They already play. They already play. When you get this flute blank, it will be taped up just like this. That way you can try it out as soon as you get it right out of the box. But don't play with this flute too much because of moisture damaging this flute, because there's no oil on it. But as you can see, the flute, the finger holes, they're pretty close together and they're fairly small. The largest one will be this hole right here, the one that's on the top, and my fingers are not all that large, so I can cover it up really easy, folks. So they're not that large. You don't have to sit there and do this here to your flute. You can just use the tips of your fingers and cover that hole. But I mentioned earlier, this flute has one little flaw. That's why I'm selling it. I wasn't completely satisfied. And I decided to do a video on it because I don't like to hide anything with my flutes. So if you would like to have this flute, you just let me know, and I promise you I'll give you a price you cannot refuse. But like I said, a base A tuned to 440 Hz. Takes very little breath. Has a beautiful voice. Now here's the problem I was having with this flute. On your high notes. On your high notes, when you hold this down like this, the trouble this flute was having is when you're hitting your high notes, sometimes this in here didn't want to work correctly unless you blow really hard. Unless you cover up all of them and you come up and you can blow it gently like this. See, sometimes it doesn't want to play unless you blow it a little bit harder. That's the only flaw in this flute. Like I said, this is a beautiful flute. It's completely smooth. You won't have to do anything to this flute, but just shape the back end, make you a block, a fetish, some type of design, and oil it, and it's finished. That's all you have to do with this flute blank. Like I said, that's the only flaw, and I thought I would do a video because I don't like to hide anything. That's the only flaw that I found was wrong with this flute blank. Is when you hit those extra high notes. If you just go like this here, sometimes it won't play unless you blow it a little harder. Unless you close all three of them together and then come up and it will blow at a normal breath. See, sometimes it'll do it. It might be alright once you oil it. I don't know. But if you would like to have this flute blank, let me know, and I promise you I will give you a wonderful deal. I'm going to let you look at the wood again. It's got some beautiful patterns, and once it's oiled, those patterns, folks, will be revealed. They will come alive. This will be a beautiful flute when it's finished. It's got a lot of sapwood in it. It'll have a whole lot of yellow streaks. See that yellow in this flute? Once it's oiled, all of that will be revealed. So let me know if you would like to have this flute. And I promise you I'll give you a wonderful deal. Thank you so much for everything.